Hey everyone, welcome to Math Simplified. This is Aishani, and today we'll be learning about a very important IB math concept, which is the Maclaurin series. So, before understanding what Maclaurin series actually is, we need to know why do we exactly use it? Like, what is the purpose of a Maclaurin series? So, what does Maclaurin series does is it takes a complicated function, okay, and it turns it into a polynomial. And why do we do that? When we take when we take a particular function which is like very complex to solve, if I try to convert it into a polynomial and then if I try to expand it, it becomes much easier to work with. For example, suppose if I have a function such as e raised to the power x, or I have the function as ln of 1 plus x. So these functions are not polynomials. So, like if you want to calculate it without using the calculator, it might be a little bit different. Okay, so Maclaurin helps us to replace them with polynomials so that we can expand them and we can find out the values which we want to do. For example, let's take the expansion of e raised to the power x. So I can write e raised to the power x in a certain form, which is 1 plus x square over 2 plus x cube over 6 and so on. Now, if someone asks me to find out the value of e raised to the power of 1.1, so what I can do, I can simply replace the value of x as 1.1 in this expression. So I can replace the value of 1.1 in this expression, and I can find out the approximate value of e raised to the power 1.1. So the major aim and the type of questions that are asked in IB related to the Maclaurin series is that we approximate kind of some different values, some difficult values, by converting a complicated function into a polynomial. Okay, now what is the next thing that we are going to do is how to write a complex function in the form of a polynomial. Okay, so Maclaurin series, we have a certain formula for that. So you can even find this formula in the formula booklet, but any complicated function can be written, like if you want to write the Maclaurin series for that, it's going to be this thing. So no need to worry and see that okay, this is a very big expression. So it's not like that. You have your formula booklet for that, and even if you like try to understand what this formula is, you can easily find out the Maclaurin series for any complicated polynomial. So f of 0 denotes here the function value at x equals 0. Now here, can you see that how calculus plays its part, that we have to find out the derivative of the functions. Okay, so let's say that if I have the function which is e raised to the power x and I have to write the Maclaurin series for that, what I'll be doing is I'll just first calculate f of 0. So this is going to be just 1. So that is going to be my first term. If I want to find out the second term, I'm going to find out the derivative of this. So I know the derivative of e raised to the power x is just e raised to the power x, and then replace it with 0, so it's just going to be 1. So my second term is going to be what? My second term is going to be just x, 1 multiplied by x, f dash of 0 multiplied by x. Similarly, if I want to find out the third term, so I'm going to find out the second derivative. So if that will just be 1, because I know that e raised to the power x, the derivative of that is just e raised to the power x. So that is going to be 1 multiplied by x square over 2 factorial. So this is going to be x square over 2. So similarly, like you can find out and express e raised to the power x in terms of a polynomial, and it will go on like indefinitely. We can approximate the value, like let's say that if the question is asking you to approximate the value of e raised to the power 0 0.1. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to replace x with 0 0.1, and I'm going to get my answer, whatever the answer that is going to be. Always, whenever you get your answer, even if the question is not asking you to do something, always round it up to three significant figures as what IB recommends. Okay, so this was all about the Maclaurin series. If you want me to cover like more concepts like this, you can subscribe to my channel or you can comment down below and we'd be happy to help you. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care.